The disciples of Jesus found themselves out on the Sea of Galilee. This is a big lake, not quite as big as, say, Lake Michigan, but it's bigger than, say, Bangs Lake or Lake Zurich or Fox Lake. And they've been out there numerous times. Many of those disciples were fishermen. They were out there crossing over from one place to the next, getting to the place the next day where Jesus was going to meet them after being by himself up on a mountainside praying. This is after the feeding of the 5,000. Well, there was a storm on that lake, and they were really having a struggle with it. So Jesus decided to cut his prayer time short and started to go out on the lake. Now, Jesus didn't get in a boat. He started walking on water. You have perhaps heard this story of Jesus walking on the water in the midst of the storm. If you spent any time in Sunday school or in church, you've heard this story before. Well, by the time Jesus gets to the boat, it's nearly swamped. But Peter looks up and says, "Look, it's a ghost out there." And then they realize it's Jesus. And Peter says, "Hey, if it is you, have me come out to you on the water." Peter gets out of the boat. Now that takes faith. That takes a lot of faith to get out of the boat. Was he going to swim to Jesus? Well, he found out that he was able to walk on the water as well. It isn't because Peter had this great, strong faith. It's because Jesus was with him. And his eyes were focused on Jesus. And as long as they were focused on Jesus, Peter could do the extraordinary. But the wind and the waves caught Peter's attention, and he began to sink. And he cried out to Jesus. And Jesus was right there to grab him by the hand and pull him up. And what does Jesus say to Peter? Why did you have so little faith? Why did you doubt? He had great faith to get out of the boat, but then the things of this world caused him to doubt. You and I, if we are followers of Jesus, we have faith enough to be saved. God has given us that. But our faith can always grow. It can always grow stronger. It can always be strengthened by the Holy Spirit working through the Word and Sacrament, as long as we keep our eyes focused on Jesus. That's the lesson of this story. Why do we doubt? Because we look at the things around us and we don't keep our eyes on Jesus. Let's keep our eyes on Jesus, and our faith will grow strong, and we will also be able to get out of the boat.